NFT games are the newest trend out there, and they have repeatedly demonstrated their power to change the entire gaming industry. And since their beginning, the introduction of NFTs leads towards a new and exciting era where you as a player play a more essential role and get paid in these play-to-earn games as well. So let's get started with 4 of the best ones. So let's get started with the topic. First, a quick disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. Alright, welcome back everybody, and let's get right into this video. So what we'll do in this video, I'll tell you about 4 of these amazing new NFT games. I'll tell you a bit about the game first, and then I'll show you some interesting statistics, some gameplay footage, and some other interesting things about the games. So the first one we'll talk about is one that I think most of you already know, and it's called The Sandbox. So The Sandbox is basically an open world video game available for PC, Mac, and mobile devices that will let players freely explore a map consisting of thousands of unique experiences. That's the main thing. And it looks a bit like Minecraft with its block forms and kind of cartoony. It also has a world that resembles retro game pixels brought into 3D. But the Sandbox will have a persistent and shared online map. So what you can, for example, see on their website is their full map right here. So basically what they have is you can actually buy land, and what you can then do with that land is over time you can do way more and more. But right now, for example, what has already happened is that there have been events on certain plots. So you have all of these different land plots, some of them owned by, for example, Ubisoft, some major players like CoinMarketCap, Binance. So there are already major players in the Sandbox right now. But apart from that, you can also create your own games within the Sandbox and therefore create your own experiences, and that is the main part of the Sandbox. So right now you can, for example, already see on their website, if you scroll down to the top menu on the left, you can go to events. You can see all different types of events, so festivals, different concerts, but also games made by all different brands. And that is one of the key points and key powers of the Sandbox, that a lot of brands come together, they let their communities join, and therefore you create a community that is growing and diverse. Now you can also create your own avatar on the Sandbox, buy your own land, and actually use the Sandbox to create your own game. On their website there's actually more about that. So for example, right here you can actually see their own guides on how to craft your own game, how to craft your own experiences, and to get started. Now the next game we'll talk about is one you surely know as well, and it's called Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity is an online game universe revolving around Pokemon-esque creatures known as Axies. And players can collect Axies as virtual pets with aspirations to battle. Battling is the main feature of the game, but apart from that you can also breed, collect, and raise and build even kingdoms for your Axies. And what makes Axie Infinity different from other online games is the synergy it has established between standard online gaming and blockchain. So the Ethereum-based game utilizes a design that allows players to own their virtual assets, NFTs, and for the game to award players by using a play-to-earn model. And Axie Infinity is also one of the oldest and most developed games out there. For example, what you can see is that Axie Classic is the game known to most people, but they have way more than that. So for example, they also have Axie Infinity Origins, which builds upon the Axie Classic experience, but they also have Homeland, so they have introduced land and also land staking. So if you buy land in the Axie Infinity metaverse, you can also stake it for some returns. And altogether, as you can see, they built different esports related features, but also mini games, creating an entire ecosystem around Axie Infinity that brings a lot of value to the players. And apart from that, it's also one of the biggest NFT/blockchain games. So for example, in the last 7 days, almost a million battles were fought. Let that sink in a bit, because that is actually a lot. And apart from that, you can see these stats: over 11 million total Axies, almost 2 million owners, and therefore also players in the game, unique owners, a lot of volume, which you can also see on the marketplace right now. Even in the bear market, it still has 30,000 Ethereum in daily volume in Axies. So almost 4,100 sales per day as well. So altogether, Axie Infinity, first of all, is very well developed and still being played a lot right now. Now the third game we'll talk about is a game called Alien Worlds. So Alien Worlds is a decentralized NFT metaverse in which users are able to garner Trillium, which is their own token. It's TLM, that's the abbreviation, and compete in intergalactic quests to obtain unique items by traversing the scattered belt of planets within within their own metaverse. So to break it down a little bit easier, it's a space exploration game that lets players scrub various planets for resources, accrue in-game currency, and complete various missions in hopes of acquiring unique items in their metaverse. So as you can see on our website, and I do want to say that all the links you will need for all the games we'll talk about will be down in the description. You can see some of that metaverse, you can see some of the features within the game. So for example, you can find out more about their battle dome, which actually allows you to earn weekly rewards and share in those trillion prizes, the TLM, their own main in-game currency. But you can also find out more about mission control, which has different quests for you to complete. And altogether you can learn more about the NFTs, about the Trillium token, and how that all works in their metaverse. So definitely check out Alien Worlds as well. Now the last game we'll talk about, which is actually one of the games I'm most excited about, is called Gods Unchained. So Gods Unchained is one of the gaming industry's new forays into blockchain and cryptocurrency. It's a free-to-play online trading card game that is similar to like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone, and you will also see that in a moment. And the Gods Unchained video game describes itself as a trading card game that pays to play, or play to earn, whatever you want to call it. And it is shaking up the normal model of gaming commerce where players purchase the game along with in-game items, and then the only party that gets money is the studio releasing the game, whereas in Gods Unchained everybody earns money and the assets are yours. So apart from that, they have a very developed game as well. They already have multiple expansion packs of cards. They have a full marketplace, which you can see right here. You can see a lot of different cards, which do remind you a little bit, as I said, of Hearthstone. But apart from that, as you can see, it has a lot of cards. It is up there. It's a competitor to Hearthstone, and it has a lot of users as well. So the main things you can do within the game, as I said, it's a trading card game you can play. So here you can see a little bit of gameplay from Gods Unchained. You can just collect cards, you can trade, buy and sell cards, as I just showed you on the NFT marketplace, and you can create your own decks. Try to create the perfect synergy to win games and to earn more money using Gods Unchained and earning their own in-game token, Gods. Alright, so with that, we have reached the end of this video. We talked about 4 amazing games: Axie Infinity, The Sandbox, Alien Worlds, and Gods Unchained. So if you want to check those out, again, all the links will be down in the description. But for now, thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to add a like and add comments with questions I might have missed, and subscribe to our channel.